We were very interested in the dichotomy that would occur when an image of a very bad disease and all the negative connotations that it has could be very beautiful. And one of the first images I came across to demonstrate that was an image of a patient with testis cancer. Yet the image was so beautiful and so striking that itself could be an example of abstract art that we believe could be hanging in a gallery. My name is Christine Iacobuzio-Donahue. I'm a full professor of pathology, oncology, and surgery at Johns Hopkins. Hidden Beauty is a book that explores the aesthetic side of medicine, images that are very beautiful and artistic that might be generated or obtained in the course of diagnosing a patient's illness. Our goal with the images is not to consider disease a good thing or to glorify disease. As a pathologist, you are by nature a visual person. You spend your career looking through a microscope to look for patterns. And there are patterns to normal tissues, and there are patterns to abnormal tissues and disease processes. So you're often looking for differences in patterns to make a diagnosis. The image of the fetal hands was included because we knew that it was an image that would evoke very strong emotions once somebody could read the text. For example, simply by looking at the image is an example of a human hand seen entirely in cross-section under a microscope. What's unusual about it is a hand from a fetus that was trapped in its mother's fallopian tube, which is called an ectopic pregnancy, and the size of the hand itself is about the size of a dime. The image of motor neurons was included because the image itself was very beautiful, which was the first reason we were drawn to it. The text adds to it because it gives an example of how the science behind the image might be important to understand. The image specifically shows motor neurons on the top of the image with axons extending from them leading to the bottom of the image. And it's when you lose motor neurons that you develop Lou Gehrig's disease. We chose these images to span as many diseases as possible to have the most broad appeal to the lay public. Almost everybody looking at the book will have one of those diseases or know somebody that has one of those diseases. Their disease becomes an identifying feature of themselves, and they relate to it and they want to understand it, and they want to understand it not only for making the most informed treatment decisions, but just almost as if to understand something about themselves. And they want to understand that disease in every way they can, including an image of the disease. Because ultimately, many people are visual, I think, without even knowing it.